Hi everybody, welcome back to TerraFirmaCraft Season 4, Episode 128, with me, Sid. And I had lots of plans for today, and now I've got even more plans. So, I'd planned to do something with all the oil from out there. Yeah, not going to do that. So then, because that involves me smelting these into these, and that's a bit painful. However, I remember there was a comment about using the induction smelter. So the induction smelter uses some inductors. These are 4 copper wires each. Yeah, I know, wires. Platinum sheet, steel plate. It looks like we can use that one. Can we use is there? Yeah, that one's going to have to be the bog standard. But we could do that with it. That one we can do with a single ingot and a immersive engineering hammer, which is good. And one of these things which looks complicated as hell, but where basically we need 4, 8, 16, 17, 18 copper wires. Now that's the first thing, so let's have a look at wires. If you recall, the copper wires are fun because we have to use an unfinished copper wire, which we make using a copper strip, or with 2 copper sheets makes 8 in the rolling machine. Copper sheets, of course, we make with double ingots, which we can make with double ingots in there. And then we have to use the machine of torturous sounds. But that one we can live with. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 2 doubles will make 8. 2, 3, 4. That's 16. That's 4, 8. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's that. So that's how many we need. Slightly over, but we'll live. And there was a comment saying how ludicrous this system of wiring is, and to a degree you're right. This is horrendous to make wires. When you think you have to draw them each wire 3 times through this thing, and each one's got that horrendous sound and stuff, but it is semi-historically accurate. So, you know, I'm not going to argue with history. That is how we had to make them. Now, I think I've mentioned this before. I think when we made them in history, you would have made them considerably longer. So we would have drawn the ingots, and they would have been yada yada until you've got all of the relevant bits together. But you know, at the end of the day, it's not so bad. So that's going to make me 2, and these are. Hang on. No, that one is 2 of those to make 8. Okay, yeah, that's right. So, and 1 more. With the rolling, I mean, this is, you know, to be fair, this would be horrendous without the rolling machine. So, yeah, I'm glad there are alternatives to getting these wires, because having to do them through the forge would be definitely beyond the realms of reasonable. But that's fine. We've got 24 of those. So the next thing we need to do, you guessed it. I'll not make you listen to any more of that. Okay, 1 more. It's actually not as bad as you think, because when you're placing this, I've been kind of doing this as if it was a grindstone where you have to hit on the handle, but it doesn't really care where you hit as long as you're hitting the handle end of the block. And that's 24 of them. That took a lot longer than you would rightfully think. But we want 4 of those, which is that. Now, what else do we need for an induction smelter? Induction smelter also is going to require a crucible and a okay, let's get some stuff together. First things first, do I have any platinum? Zinc? I appear to have, because I've not got it in the system anywhere. So zinc, platinum. Oh, hello. 1, 2. 2 of those. You know what? I use so little of that. I'm going to take 4 of those. We'll do that the hard way. Steel sheet, we should be okay with. Have I got an immersive engineering hammer? I must have. I mean, maybe I don't. Hang on then, let's have a look. Steel hammer. Iron, string and sticks. Okay, iron. String. That's probably going to be up there. And sticks. If I can make a steel sheet this way, is a lot easier than faffing around, isn't it? There you go. And then, yeah, that can go in there. We'll need that later. For sort of, we'll need one of those first stuff later anyway. And I'm about, actually, I'll be watch the. Yeah, I thought so. Oh well. So we got you. We need to make platinum sheets. So that is going to be those. Okay, maybe two. They're nice and simple, these. And as I say, it's not like I use platinum so much that we things. And then we just got this thing. Now this thing's a little bit awkward because we need 2 copper wires, which we've got. Redstone torch, redstone repeater, a bit of quartz, and this thing, which we'll come to in a moment. Go. Okay, there we go. Platinum sheet. All done. Lovely. Right. What's next? Platinum sheet. That we need a copper piece of. Do you know what? Let's just put all this over here for now. And let's go with this. What do we need for you? We need paper, green, so that's malachite. That's going to be awkward. I bet I don't have garnerite. Garnerite, cassiterite. Bismuth. Garnerite, but no malachite. Magnetite, damn it, I was getting excited then. Right, so we need to head out to somewhere that claims to be malachite. This is where flagging every single thing that you come across in the world becomes really, really valuable. And naturally, you know, not just sitting there saying copper, that means I've just put copper there, which was bad of me. That should have been malachite. There we go, there's malachite question mark, but that's miles away. Well, it's not miles away, it's, you know, some distance away. Malachite, if I were malachite, where would I be? Malachite. So we're either coming this way or that way, and they're both question marks. But there's another malachite over there, so, and another one there. This probably is the way to go, and there's surface malachite there, 15. Okay, we're going for a little drive. Well, fly. I'll just top off my water and feed, and then we'll, well, I will see you at the malachite. Just spotted that down there, which definitely needs marking, because, well, that's lapis, and it's a lot of it, so we'll mark it on the map as surface lapis. Well, am I at? Where am I? Hang on. I'm here. 203. Yeah. Let's I mark that one as new surface lapis, because it's closer than the nearest surface lapis, which is probably that one over there. We also need to eat, because I've managed to expend a little bit of food, and we can head over there. No, this way. Now, I I started heading down for the surface malachite that we marked on the map with the low quality, and then I realised that over this way, if I can find myself right, there was where are we? We are here, coming up into the... So this is the surface malachite, which is a 25 quality. I mean, a 15 quality, which, to be fair, for what we want, is actually probably enough. Here we go. You know, we don't need a lot, because we only want it for its green dye-ness, really. So, you know, that does the trick. And I don't see any reason why we should go hunting any further around. Oh, except of course I think to... Oh, there we go. I'll take that as well. So I'm going to grab a little bit of this. I don't think we need to go absolutely mad for it. Don't know how much... Oh, it's showing over around. Yeah, there's plenty of it about. So I'm just going to go and grab this, and I'll be right back with you. Alright, so we're just heading back with our malachite spoils, and the first look down, and what did I see way beneath me? But something that looked suspiciously green. And what was it? It was more bloody malachite, wasn't it? And it's good quality. Okay. Surface malachite 25, and then green, save, close. As I say, it's one of those things. If you mark these things on your map, then you just know that you're always going to have them when you need them. And flying sometimes gives, as much as flying, in my experience, is less effective as a means of things. So, well, for example, I think this was, I've marked that guardians were spawning around here, which suggests to me that maybe that was the one that they were spawning at. But oh yes, there he is. All right, let's go. I'm not going to argue with them. I don't think that that's bad in this pack, but my experience of guardians in TFC have been one-shot kills for me, not for them, which, you know, tends to sour you to experimentation. Yeah, so we got the malachite. We're going to go back. We'll get that made. The other thing we need to then start making is we need to make glue, which we've got most of what we need to make. We just need a few bits, and we should be sitting pretty. I think this is the... Yeah, this is what I know. I know where we are. Well, I mean, you'd hope I know where we are, because I've got a map. But anyway, I will be back with you when we get back to the base. Alright, we're back. The cherries are ripe, so I picked them. I think that cheese should be done as well, shouldn't it? Oh yeah, it is. Alright. That also probably wants the decay trimming off it, but yeah, we'll live. It's cheese. Cheese lasts forever anyway. So that's your fruit, and that's a little bit of cheese, and yeah, that's all good. More importantly, here is our green dye, which I'm going to stick a whole stack in, and I'm just going to do that. Now, this is why I think the wire drawing is not that bad. It's because TFC is all about this repetitious, sometimes very grindy experience. I mean, you know, no pun intended, although maybe a pun intended, who knows? I could have been deliberately punning there. But this should give us the malachite powder, which, in fact, that's more than enough, which we can use to make... That's not what we want. We need to make a PCB wherever it's gone. All sorts of interesting stuff going on here, but that's what we want. And then we need, so we need this glue. That's the next thing. And to make glue, we need several things. As per usual, you know, it's quite normal to need several things. I'm just going to stick the malachite powder in there, and I'm going to stick that in there for now. Along with that, actually, we don't need all of that on us. So what do we need to make glue? Sorry, I'm just having got a scratch. I've got an itch on my shoulder. It's why I'm not pressing things. Glue is made with a Dixie of glue. And we need to make a Dixie in cold water, which can be heated in a fire pit or a forge, and it will make a Dixie of glue. Now, water is basically water and a Dixie and bones, and a Dixie is a wrought iron sheet. Yeah, you get where we're going here, don't you? So, we need 1, 2, 3, 4, because I'm fairly certain I don't have any. I should actually just put every time I make a sheet that I don't need and stick it on the wall, but they're bismuth unfortunately, and I've not got around to reprocessing those. So yeah, let's get that done. Bang, make me 2 of those. Oh, itchy shoulder, itchy shoulder. Oh man, oh, my coffee's empty as well. I actually can't see how long I've been recording here. Let me just check. Not too bad. Okay, we got those, and then we take 2 of those, and that will make those. And then we can go into the forge area and make a Dixie. Cool. And we'll put that on the wall, because we only need the one. Right, there we go. So yeah, we're going to use you, and we are going to make a, well, probably easier to do it this way around. Dixie is like that, and it's basically a wrought iron on an anvil. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, as the well-known saying goes. However, it's going to take a moment, so in the meantime I'll be back in a mo. Alright, so I think we've got just about everything ready. This is up to temperature and ready to work. I have got a bucket of red steel, so let's get this processed into a Dixie. Just take it all the way up like that, perhaps? No. Almost. Not quite. Gotcha. 1 Dixie. So a Dixie plus a bucket of water and 4 bones makes me a Dixie of water and bones. Good job it didn't consume that. I would have been very upset. And that goes in there. And we basically process that through like that, and when it gets to very hot it should convert to glue. I'll be back in a mo. Alright, we're all, oh, we got very hot. We're just waiting for that to convert over then now, which it should do any time according to this, because that happens at very hot 3 stars. I've taken the crucible off of that back one. We'll just pump this a little bit just to try and speed up the process. Keep the that should speed it up, I would have thought. Come on. Not there yet. Come on, you've got to get to very hot 3 star. That's all you need to do. Very hot 3 star. No, not rushing that. I've got everything else we need here. Absolutely everything we need except for this one bit. So I'll be back in 2 stars. And there we have it. Glue. Or at least a bucket of it anyway. Which I believe we just do that on, and that gives us that. We'll I don't know, can you hang the Dixie on? No, of course you can't. Yeah, wait. Do I need to make another one of those? I probably do. for the time being, I'm not going to use a lot of these. I'm just going to stick this in miscellaneous chest, I think. Because the use of the Dixie is we can make some iron back out of it, or we can do that. I mean, it is pretty limited in its purpose. Right, malachite, glue and glue, paper and paper gives us a circuit board. Right, and we can come over to this one. That's tech add-on, that goes in there. So we're going to take you with you and you and you and one of those either side to make a circuit board. We're going to put that and that in there. We're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 of those, copper and that gives us an induction smelter, which I have no idea how this works. We are probably going to want one of those because we're going to almost certainly want to power it, and I'm going to assume, probably incorrectly, that it will power off of standard RF. Yeah, it doesn't appear. No, that's not working. Why are you, have you got a... You appear to have a side, which is a bit of a pain. Alright, well that's not a problem. It just means I need to take a chance over there. And then we can place you... There you go. Now that is constantly drawing power. But gotta be said, it is melting these pretty fast, look. Wow. Can we turn it off? Fire anything in there? Or... Cool. We got those. We got that. We are going to definitely need to check this out now. The question, will you go directly in there? You won't. My temperature is at 2600. Oh, this is seriously powerful, but it's seriously draining RF as well. It is, yeah. Oh well, let's get that one going. In the meantime, at least we can make these. And we need to check whether we can turn this on or off with this lever, I would have thought. But yeah, we can be on with these. So that's pretty quick. Certainly a damn sight easier than... Oh, and now you're at temperature. And your gate... Oh, okay. So there's a constant drain on it, not a... well, I'll rephrase that. There is a steady drain. Which kind of makes sense. That, you know, it would get up to temperature, it drain a hell of a lot of power to get there, and then maybe not take so much to stay there. But, oh, and I'm hungry. Yeah, eat that. And so we'll whack in our steel, it's done, and then okay, so presumably I can bring the thermostat down to whatever temperature, and the world will be happy with that too. Right, well that's interesting. It's certainly... Oh, hang on. No, it doesn't matter. Certainly more powerful than I'd anticipated it being. I think we are going to need... Well, I don't think it's more powerful. I think it's very useful. So the question is, how much does it take to stay there? Or, I mean, I can take that up to say there. That can just cool down. It doesn't really need to be right at the top there, does it? And it's going up nice steadily. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is weld those, and that will give us something. Now the other thing I wanted to do is just have a... Oh wow, yeah, we're doing well here. Okay, we'll take that, put you over there. Just go and grind that down. Should have a sag mill there. Because I'm going to need iron. That's where one of the things we are going to be short on. We do need to heat this up and weld it, and I don't know if there's any... No. So that was... But what is... Surgeons? Why do I keep thinking it's sturgeon? What other machines? So you've got the induction. We've got a whole bunch of the structure pipes and pipes from logistics. We've got those. I mean, one of the things I think we're missing now is a forge. An electric forge would be perfect. A wire draw bench we've done. I don't think there's anything much left in some kind of drill. Oh, that's, yeah, that's used in that, of course. So it's all right. That's that is fine. We'll take those and we'll combine them into iron, which is all good. That's a start. And I'm going to go and get those. Let me just get the tin in there. Right, we'll get the these welded, so I'll be back in a mo. Alright, we've got these ready, so as per usual we shall stick two unlikely items in the slot there, and we can grab those out, go bang bang, weld, done. So armed with that lot, that should give us some reasonable bits and pieces. Get Trunky and my hang glider back. Now what we were doing was we want a refinery. The refinery is pretty expensive, but that was the worst bit. There's 2 redstone torches and we need some glass panes. I think we can use those ones as well with a bit of luck. And iron. We need 1, 2, 3, that's steel. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's that's 1 tank. That's 2 tanks. Now we need 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can see we've only got 13 iron left. That's why I'm so desperate to cook these iron and also actually work with them. I could do with some sand. What have I got lots of sand of? Let me just take that down. Hopefully that iron's finished by now. I put another 2. No, not quite. Let's just do that, because that gives me another 30 iron. And that should be glass coming off, which we need. Don't know whether I've got enough between what I've got and bits and pieces of stuff I've got in there. 3, 4, and again, whether this will work is another question. I don't know. No, it won't. Okay, herbs, and that will throw the glass on the floor. Doesn't matter, there'll be some more in a moment. There you go, and we can get you done, and you can become tank number 3. And then we'll stick that in there ready to process through once that's done. A couple of redstone torches, fortunately we got some of those, and that should be that. So we've got a Buildcraft refinery. Now if I remember rightly, you can pump in and out of various sides of this, and obviously it needs juice as well. So what we need to do is we need to figure out A, how we're going to power it, B, where we're going to power it, and where we're going to store the fuel that comes out of it, because there's a lot of oil over there. This, by the way, every time it basically cools down, then goes back up to between 31 and 3300. Now we can take it all the way to 33 to 3500. That's fine. And that's the only point that it actually draws RF. So it's basically maintaining a temperature, which is absolutely fine. That works for me. No problems at all. That's going to need some more blaze rods, however, which I just happen to know I've got a whole load of on me here. Bang. There we go. Bang. And bang. There we go. Perfect. So we got that. Where the last things I think we need, well, the next thing we're going to need is a means to get the part of the oil over, and that I think we're going to do with a end of tanks, right? Which, if I can get into here, is basically a cauldron, which is 7 iron. Bit of obsidian, some wool, ender pearl and blaze rods. Now that is actually again the most expensive bit, but we need 2 of those, so we will go with 2 of those. And we're going to need some wool. I think we've probably got some of that. I know, I'm fairly certain we've got some somewhere, because I did find it after the fact, didn't I? What did I do with said wool? Let me just go and find that. Have I got ink sacks? Not here, but I've got some down there. Let me grab those. I'll be back in a mo. Alright, so armed with 2 black wools, cauldron, those, and those, and those, we end up with 2 ender tanks. I'm not sure, have I got any? That's insulated redstone conduit. We got you, and I need preferably pressurized fluid conduit, which is fused glass, which is basically quartz. Okay, that's really gonna put a strain on the system, isn't it? And find the right machine. We're doing alloys only. 1, 2, 3. Fused quartz. Come on, you should take more than that, surely. Oh well, we'll do it that way. Doesn't really matter, because that's what I was after, to get pressurized conduits. In fact, we'll just leave that to do its thing now. So armed with that, we should be able to now head over to the oil pump. Which of course is now full and he's got nowhere to put this, so what we shall do is we'll go into from there, and we shall come here, you. We'll pump into that, and that will be an extract, always active, well, active without signal, which is, you know, as good as. Okay, that is there. And then, right, the other thing we need to then decide is how we're going to do this, and where we're going to do the actual refinery. refine. I mean, it just doesn't make sense to build it in the place, does it? And I don't really want to have to go and create more ender tanks because they're bloody expensive because they use lots of iron, which is the thing. At least we are getting iron still coming in, because that was at 7 when I started this particular clip, just before I started it, I should say. Can we oh, I've got power. Okay. Can we just try this? We'll see what we get. If I take you out of the mix here and just place a bit of this down and that down. So it's got power going in. Now if I place you on the top and turn it to output, well, that's absolutely fine. It's doing its thing and it's making juice, albeit slowly, and it looks ugly, but we can sort those out. There's facades and things for that. But the question is then what we do with the output, which we could take through the wall and out into a tank out here somewhere, just bring it all the way out, or we could bring it round and straight into a generator, which could then feed straight back into this, because that is going, that's in and out, isn't it, at the moment? I think. I can't really tell because yeah, that's doing in out. So we could quite easily, I'll just leave that empty. There you go. Have that feeding into straight into a power generator, which then feeds back into the system. But we do realistically therefore need to up our power storage. He says with all that fused quartz there. And we also then need to decide how we want to do it. So if we have a look at what we can do with fuel, Buildcraft fuel. What can you actually do with what? Well, I mean, I know what you can do with it. Yeah. Which one? Where to go? Where to go? Where to go? I mean, obviously there's immersive engineering multi-block generator. There's a combustion generator, which might be the way to go. Burns liquid fuel to generate power. Requires coolant. So we can definitely work with that. Yeah, maybe that's the one to go with. Anyway, I think on that note, we have got our thumbnail for the episode, which is really interesting. It's 2 blocks. But I also think that's really it for this episode. Until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.